the building is really starting to take shape here. So one thing that I noticed right away is that the roof, the slopes are not correct. So let's just review that. You may already know how to do this, but just in case, let's take a look at it again. So I'm going to go to the roof plan, and you're going to see that the roofs are pitched roofs. So there's one single ridge running right down the middle. This is a hip roof. So you have a shed roof. This is a hip roof that's showing. You want to edit the footprint, and you want to turn some of the slopes off. So you're going to click on the pink boundary line, and you're going to uncheck Define Slope on both of these sides, and then hit the green check mark, and you'll see that it creates a shed. Now this roof may be too high. Just check the roof pitch according to the elevations in the sections to see what it's supposed to be. I'm not sure if it is 9 to 12. That's what you have it set as. Actually, if it's set as 10 to 12 right now, which I'm not sure if that's correct. The other thing is it looks like the roof does not pitch all this way. It's actually broken up, and there's another roof that goes back right here. So on the roof plan, you're going to have to modify this. I believe that this roof actually extends back a little bit further. So it looks like maybe the roof I'm going to actually look at sheet A-05-5, which is the roof framing plan. And you don't have to show all the framing, it's just going to help me know where the roof is supposed to start and stop. So it does go to here, but then this roof right here is supposed to go, it looks like it heads back to the ridge line. And again, we want to turn the slopes off so that the roof slopes in the appropriate area. Okay. So now this roof is pitching too much. I could tell because this one is actually supposed to be pitching more. So what I'm going to do is take a look at the drawing. Okay, so this roof should be 9 to 12, which it is. You know, actually, now that I'm looking at the front elevation, we're missing, there's also supposed to be another pitched roof back here. So you're going to need to draw that into the, onto this drawing. This is pretty close though. One thing I just want to, after you fix those roof pitches, what you're going to see is that there's large gaps here where the walls should be extending up to the underside of the roof. Also, you have a wall on top of a wall here. We don't want to do that. You want to extend these, so attach wall to base, and also attach this one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to modify the profile of this wall so that it fills in that gap, which is what you were trying to do with the wall on top of the wall. So hit Edit Profile, and you're going to sketch a boundary for this particular wall here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get rid of the other wall over there. And I'm just going to make sure everything is trimmed. The green check mark. And now I'm going to delete this little piece of wall here. Okay, so the only problem when I do that is you're going to see, obviously got rid of your windows, so you're going to have to replace those. And it also makes this wall join a little funny here in the floor plan. So we might just have to go back and reconnect these two. It might be that this just has to pull back a little bit. Yeah, and now that we've done that, when we look at it in 3D, it looks nice and clean. So make sure that you're using this tool. Don't stack the wall on top of a wall, but use attach top to base. And then if you're left with a gap like this, you can edit the profile and then just draw the shape of the wall that you need. Okay, and then that fills in the other gap, just like you saw me do in the previous part of the video. So I think what you need to do here, just to keep working, is to adjust the roofs so that they're pitched properly. Make sure that the walls don't have any gaps in them, It looks like your foundation wall is aligned, so that's good. I mean, it looks like you're moving, you have some good pieces here, just the whole puzzle isn't connected yet. If we look at the first floor, let's just check out the plan that you have in here. So it looks like you have some of the walls set up, the interior partition walls. Now this one, remember, doesn't go up to the second floor. It's a half-height partition wall. So it only should go, you probably want it to be unconstrained, and then you want to type in the height. So I believe this wall is probably only about 4 feet. It's only a half-height wall. These exterior walls, just make sure that you modified the wall type. So it looks like you need to go back and look at this because our siding is only 5/16 of an inch and our sheathing is a 1/2 of an inch and our drywall is a 1/2 inch. So some of these dimensions are wrong for the siding. So you want to modify that. Otherwise, it looks good. You have a floor in here. If you have specific questions that you want me to answer, please feel free to reach out. The other thing you want to check is make sure that these tags are always on the outside of the windows, so they never go inside of the building, and line them up with each other. You might want to change the numbers to 78's pretty high. Maybe if you could start with 1, 2, and 3. Just make sure all your windows are flipped to the proper location and move the tags out. And we're going to get to adding more furniture and cabinets in the next part of the exercise here, but you just want to keep working on to make sure that the building structure is set correctly. The other thing you're missing too is a roof over the porch here, so you're going to want to make sure that you go back to that roof plan and you draw a roof over this porch area here. Now remember that you can use detail lines to draft out like where things are supposed to go, so if you know certain sizes or dimensions, you could just do a little draft and say, okay, I know there's a roof here. It's not going to show up in 3D and do anything, but you're using those just as little lines to guide you to make the roof, right? But otherwise, just make another roof in this area and then modify the other ones.